Have you ever felt it? That quiet pull in your chest, a yearning that words can't quite capture. It's as if something inside you is waiting for an answer to a question you've never asked. You might not even know what it is, but you feel it, don't you? A strange, unshakable sense that there is more to this life, more to this world, and more to who you are. What if I told you that this feeling isn't just some fleeting curiosity? What if it's a sign that you've been waiting for something monumental, something that's already begun? Close your eyes for a moment. Picture the night sky, the vast infinite darkness illuminated by countless stars, each one holding secrets older than time itself. For generations, humanity has stared up at the heavens with wonder, with hope, with an ache for something beyond. But what if those stars weren't just distant observers? What if they've been waiting too, whispering truths that you are finally ready to hear? The revelations you've been hearing lately, the news of unidentified phenomena, the testimonies, the quiet admissions from places of power, these aren't random. They're not coincidences or convenient headlines. They are deliberate. They are breadcrumbs, carefully placed to guide you toward a truth so profound that it will reshape everything you thought you knew. But here's the thing. These revelations aren't about the stars. They're about you. The question is not whether you're ready to hear the truth. The question is whether you're ready to remember it. The clock strikes disclosure. For as long as humanity has walked this earth, there have been secrets. Not all secrets are born of malice. Some are kept out of necessity, out of a belief that the world isn't ready. And for centuries, that was true. Humanity's collective consciousness wasn't prepared to face the magnitude of what lay beyond the veil. The truth was simply too vast, too disruptive, and too different from the stories you've been told about who you are and where you come from. But things are changing now. Can you feel it? The world is shifting. The air itself seems heavier with possibility, with anticipation. The earth has been preparing you for this moment, for this truth. Every natural disaster, every unexplained phenomenon, every inexplicable dream or déjà vu, it's all been building to this. The planet you call home has been pulsing with energy, sending waves of awakening through the very fabric of existence, reaching into your cells, into your DNA. Yes, your DNA. You see, the change isn't just external, it's happening within you. Deep inside, there are codes, dormant for millennia, waiting to be activated. These codes are ancient, older than humanity itself. They are the keys to a story that has been hidden for so long that most of you have forgotten it entirely. But forgetting doesn't erase, it only hides. And now those hidden codes are stirring. That pull you feel, that sense of longing and wonder is no accident. It's the sound of those codes waking up, whispering to you to remember who you are, to remember why you are here. The guardians of the threshold. Let's talk about the people you've seen stepping forward lately. The whistleblowers, the government officials, the ones daring to speak out about what they've seen and know. Do you think it's random? Do you think these individuals just happen to find themselves in the right place at the right time? Of course not. There is no such thing as coincidence. Not in this. These individuals are part of a greater plan, a sacred matrix of disclosure. Their roles were written long before they were born, their paths guided by forces far beyond what most would dare to comprehend. They are emissaries, chosen not because of their power or status, but because of their willingness, their courage. But here's where it gets even more intriguing. They're not the only ones playing a role. You are too. Yes, you. You didn't stumble upon this moment by chance. The very fact that you're here, listening, absorbing, and questioning, means you're part of this. Your consciousness is an essential thread in the fabric of this grand unveiling. Every thought you entertain, every question you ask, adds momentum to the collective awakening. And while it may seem like the revelations are coming from the top, from governments, institutions, people in power, that's only the surface layer. Beneath it lies a vast network of beings working tirelessly to bridge the gap between the known and the infinite. Some of these beings walk among you. Others exist in dimensions you've yet to fully perceive. Together, they are orchestrating this disclosure, not to shock or frighten, but to prepare and guide. The codes of memory. Let's go deeper. Because this isn't just about UFOs or extraterrestrial life. Those are merely the first cracks in the dam. The real story, the one that's been suppressed for so long, is about what lies within you. Imagine for a moment that your DNA is more than a biological blueprint. What if it's a cosmic archive, a record of your origins not just on this planet but across the stars? What if you carry within you the echoes of countless civilizations, countless lifetimes, and countless journeys? And what if those echoes are starting to awaken? This isn't science fiction. It's science forgotten. Your DNA holds codes that link you to a greater story, one that transcends time, space, and the limitations of the physical world. These codes are ancient, but they are not static. They are alive, waiting for the right frequency, the right energy to activate. And that frequency is rising now. The Earth herself is vibrating at a higher rate, sending signals across dimensions. And you, whether you realize it or not, are responding. But why now? Why this moment in history? The answer is simple. Humanity is ready, or at least ready enough. For generations, the Earth has been a school, a place where souls come to learn, to grow, to evolve. And now, the curriculum is shifting. The lessons are becoming more advanced, the training wheels are coming off. The revelations you're hearing about, the ones that seem to trickle out so slowly, so cautiously, are not just stories. They are invitations. Invitations to look deeper, to question more, to awaken to the truth of your multidimensional nature. They're not just about aliens or technology. They're about you remembering who you are, why you came here, and what you're meant to do. The turning point. So here we are, the sacred turning point. The moment when the veil begins to lift, not just for a select few, but for the collective. Can you feel it? That electric hum in the air? That sense that the world is on the cusp of something monumental? But let me warn you, this isn't going to be easy. Truth, by its very nature, is disruptive. It shatters illusions, breaks apart comfort zones, and forces you to confront realities you may have spent lifetimes avoiding. And the truths that are coming will do exactly that. They will challenge everything you thought you knew about existence, about history, about reality itself. They will force you to reevaluate not just the world around you, but the world within you. And yet, this isn't a time for fear. Quite the opposite. This is a time for courage, for wonder, for remembering that the very fabric of the universe is woven with love, and that every revelation, no matter how unsettling, is a step toward liberation. The power lies in how you respond. Will you cling to fear, to skepticism, to the crumbling frameworks of an old world? Or will you embrace the unknown with open arms, with curiosity, with the deep, unshakable knowing that you were born for this moment? A story waiting to be told. This is just the beginning, my friend. The whispers you've been hearing are growing louder. The truths you've been sensing are drawing closer. And the journey we're embarking on together is one of discovery, transformation, and above all, remembrance. So let me ask you again, are you ready? Not just to hear the truth, but to live it, to embody it, to become a beacon for others as the world shifts into something new. Because this isn't just about what's out there in the stars, it's about what's in you. Take a breath, let that sink in, and prepare yourself for what's to come. The story is unfolding, and you are one of its most vital chapters. Stay with me, and together we'll explore what lies beyond the veil. The veil between worlds. For centuries, humanity has lived in a kind of amnesia. The veil between worlds, once thin and permeable, became thick and impenetrable. Why? Not because you were abandoned, but because you chose this. Yes, you, along with every soul on this planet, agreed to this forgetting. It was part of the experiment, the grand design of Earth as a school for evolution and growth. But now, the veil is lifting. Slowly at first, like a sunrise casting its first rays of light over the horizon. And just like a sunrise, the unveiling is inevitable. Nothing can stop it. The question is, how will you respond as the light grows brighter? The entities you've heard whispers about, the ones who traverse the stars, who have been observing humanity for eons, are not outsiders. They're family. They've always been here, watching, waiting, and guiding in ways so subtle that most have overlooked their presence. They are not here to dominate or conquer. They are here as collaborators, as partners in your evolution. Some of them have walked among you, blending into your society, offering nudges of inspiration and insight. Others have worked from dimensions just beyond your perception, planting seeds of awakening in your collective consciousness. Every technological leap, every philosophical breakthrough has been influenced by their quiet hand. But their work has always been limited by one crucial factor: your readiness. They cannot impose their truths upon you. You must invite them. And now, for the first time in millennia, humanity is collectively signaling its willingness to embrace the vastness of its origins. Imagine for a moment that the universe is a symphony, each star, planet, and being a note in a grand cosmic melody. For so long, humanity's song has been quiet, hesitant, and uncertain. But now your note is growing louder, clearer, and more harmonious. And as it does, it resonates across the cosmos, drawing the attention of beings who have been waiting for this precise moment. This is why disclosure is happening now. It's not because governments have suddenly decided to be honest, or because the technology to hide the truth has failed. It's because the frequency of Earth has shifted. You have shifted, and as your vibration rises, the veil can no longer hold. These beings, the ones you call extraterrestrials, though that word barely scratches the surface of their complexity, have been preparing for this moment as diligently as you have. They've watched as humanity struggled through its dark nights, as wars and division threatened to derail your evolution, and through it all they've held space, trusting that you would find your way. But they are not saviors. They are not here to rescue you. They understand a fundamental truth that humanity is just beginning to grasp. True evolution comes from within. Their role is not to lead, but to guide, to offer tools and wisdom while respecting your sovereignty. And this is where your responsibility comes into play. Because the truth is, disclosure isn't about them, it's about you. It's about whether you're ready to step into the fullness of who you are and embrace your role as a creator in this cosmic symphony. The shadow of fear. Let's talk about fear. It's the shadow that has followed humanity for as long as you've walked this earth. Fear of the unknown, fear of change, fear of the truths that lie just beyond your comfort zone. And now, as the veil lifts, that fear is being confronted head-on. You've seen it already, haven't you? The skepticism, the denial, the attempts to downplay or dismiss the revelations that are coming to light. It's natural. Fear is a powerful force, one that clings tightly to the familiar, even when the familiar no longer serves you. But here's the thing. Fear is not your enemy. It's a teacher, a mirror showing you where you still have room to grow. Every time you choose curiosity over judgment, love over fear, you take a step closer to the truth. And as you do, you pave the way for others to follow. This is why patience is so crucial. Humanity as a whole is like a child taking its first steps. Some will leap forward with eagerness, embracing the unknown with open arms. Others will cling to the old paradigms, hesitant and unsure. And that's okay. The journey is not a race. It's a collective awakening, one that unfolds in its own time. Now let's pull back the curtain a little further. Because while the beings who are making themselves known to you now are extraordinary, they are only the beginning. The universe is vast beyond comprehension, teeming with civilizations that have existed for millions, even billions of years. Some are physical, like you. Others are purely energetic. And each one carries its own unique wisdom, its own note in the cosmic symphony. Your galactic family is not a monolith. It's a tapestry of diversity, a reflection of the infinite creativity of existence itself. Some of these beings are what you would call mentors, eager to share their knowledge and experience. Others are explorers, drawn to the beauty and complexity of your world. And still others are simply observers, watching with fascination as humanity steps into its next chapter. But they all share one thing in common: a deep, abiding respect for your journey. They understand that while they can guide and support, the choices must always be yours. This is why open contact hasn't happened yet. It's not because they don't want it, but because they know it must happen on your terms. And here's the most beautiful part. When that day comes, when beings from other worlds walk openly among you, it won't be a moment of fear. It will be a joyous reunion, a homecoming, because in your heart, you've always known that you were never alone. The awakening within. But let's bring this back to where it matters most, you. Because while the idea of contact with extraterrestrial beings is thrilling, the most profound awakening is the one happening within you. The codes in your DNA, the ones we spoke of earlier, are keys. They are unlocking new levels of consciousness, new abilities, and new understandings of what it means to be human. You are not just a physical being. You are a multidimensional being, capable of perceiving and creating in ways that go far beyond what you've been taught. And as these codes activate, you'll begin to see the world differently. Colors will seem brighter. Time will feel less linear. Connections with others will deepen, as if you're all remembering that you're part of the same greater whole. These are not coincidences. They are signs that you're awakening to your true nature. This is why the revelations you're witnessing now are so important. They're not just stories about other beings. They're mirrors, reflecting the infinite potential within you. Every time you hear about advanced technologies or interstellar travel, you're being reminded of what you're capable of. Every time you learn about civilizations that have transcended war and division, you're being shown what's possible for humanity. So where does this leave you? Standing at a crossroads, as humanity always has. But this time, the stakes are higher. The choices you make now as individuals and as a collective will shape the path forward. Will you cling to the old ways, the fear and separation that have defined so much of your history? Or will you embrace the unknown, stepping boldly into a future defined by love, unity, and infinite possibility? The path won't be easy. There will be challenges, setbacks, and moments of doubt. But there will also be moments of wonder, of connection, and of profound joy as you remember who you are and why you're here. And through it all, you won't be alone. Your galactic family is with you, cheering you on, ready to walk beside you as you step into this new era. But the most important guidance will come from within, from the whispers of your soul, the quiet knowing that you are exactly where you need to be. So, my friend, as we draw this journey to a close, I ask you one final time, are you ready? Because the stars are waiting, and the story of humanity is just beginning. The time is now. The future is yours to create. Thank you for watching. I appreciate your time if you are still with me, and if you would like, please think about subscribing to our channel. You may then receive updates on new videos that will provide you with additional knowledge, manifestations, philosophy, and personal development ideas. Your thoughts and opinions regarding this video would be much appreciated. Your contribution stimulates our cosmic research, and we are incredibly appreciative of your being here. And never forget that we are always here for you and wish you the best possible life filled with success and happiness. I hope you have an amazing day. If you have watched until the end, please respond with MMM, Master Motivational Mindset, so we can connect.